To our Share Your Christmas food drive.
Oh, this is a festive week here in the Tennessee Valley and all around the country as most of us are getting excited about Thanksgiving on Thursday and the holidays to follow. We all want to look and feel our best, so why wait until the new year to begin that New Year's resolution of getting yourself in shape and losing a little weight? You don't have to, because Dr. Sean Jones is here along with his wife Carrie. They have Chattanooga Wellness and 2 new machines they're wanting to talk about this morning.
Awesome machines. The technology is TEC, and it stands for Targeted Electromagnetic Contractions. And so it's the latest thing out. There's a lot of companies out there. Emsculpt was one. There's other companies too. TEC has a cool machine, and what it does, it takes electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic radiation, and by radiation just means penetration. And it makes your muscles contract with their own contraction abilities.
Okay.
Versus putting like electric stim pads on that you see them, do this, you'll be skinny. Doesn't work. Electric stim pads doesn't do it.
Okay.
This machine actually will burn some fat off, but it actually takes the fat and replaces it with muscle. So when you put the paddle on somebody, you're going to feel 20,000 contractions in 30 minutes. Now I bought this machine.
Realize, and Carrie can chime in here, for any woman to hear you say you're going to feel 20,000 contractions, we're saying, thanks, but no thanks.
not that kind of contraction.
Okay.
These are sit-ups, and my buddy Randy Webb, he can't do 20,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. That's a lot of sit-ups. So what it does, it contracts your body, and it makes you build muscle, and it's painless, which is really cool too. It's a cool feeling to feel your muscles contracting. You can work on your abdomen, your arms if you have cellulite, or your thighs, or we can work on the buttocks, and it's like doing a buttocks lift. Like you see on the picture there, that's a pre, and then the post is just 2 sessions, and she really kind of started flattening her stomach out.
Now these
results can vary.
And these pictures that we're seeing here, you were telling me this is a piece of equipment that lots of practitioners are using across the country.
They're just getting this part of the country. It's new here.
So what the pictures, not these, but the before and afters that you just saw.
That's Carrie. She's with the machine right there. Yeah.
Okay, but these pictures that we're seeing here are from somebody else.
Yeah.
That she just sent in.
No, the spa owner that sent it to me.
That she's been using, and so she tells you that she did it for 2 times.
Oh, she loves it. Yeah.
So Carrie, you've done it. Yes. How did you feel it? How did you find it to be?
I really enjoyed it. I did find after the 30-minute session, it was great. It wasn't any pain or anything afterwards. But afterwards, I felt like it was an intense gym workout.
Okay.
So the day after, I was a little sore. So people can expect that, but it was a good feeling.
So how often do you do it, Sean?
Most people do it twice a week or once every 7 days. There's different things we can couple with it, like our lipolaser. We can use laser before we do it to really melt the fat cells before we go in there and contract it and push it out.
Okay.
So there's other options that people have. That's why I say, hey, you come in for the $99 to try one of them, or you can do both of our different machines for $149 is all, to try it out and see how well it works for you.
Is this part of that open house that you're doing?
Yeah, the open houses.
Rate?
But there's the other machine that we talked about. I mentioned last month. There's a lot of our patients have problems with bladder incontinence. A lot of people don't talk about it. When I mention my patients, they go, oh my God, I need that so bad. You don't know until you mention it. And the cool thing is you sit in the chair, and there's some pictures you guys will see. My wife's sitting in a chair, and there's of what the unit looks like. You just center yourself on the pad, and now you feel all your pelvic musculature contracting. It's like Kegels on steroids. Again, 20,000 times in 30 minutes, the body contracts and your pelvis tightens up. They've done studies after 4 treatments of an ultrasound study. You see the bladder lift up, just like it had a bladder surgery. Now, it's not the same as bladder surgery. After about a year, they usually have to come back and do a couple sessions again to kick it up there again. But as long as you're not leaking, that's all you care about.
Is that same TEC machine?
TEC, same. It's a same machine. It's a different setup. You have to sit in a chair or a seat that does it.
That's a lot. You're talking about 20,000 contractions in a minute.
It feels pretty
in
cool.
30 minutes.
Well, yeah, it helps obviously with bladder incontinence.
Wait, and how long a period of time?
30 minutes.
Okay. So do you need to get any kind of clearance from a doctor?
No, it's look, we check for all that. The contraindications really are if you're being actively treated for cancer, if you're pregnant, or if you have electronics in your body, like my mom has a pacemaker, so my mother can't use this because it could interfere with the pacemaker function. So if you got some kind of electronic implant in your body, no, we can't do it.
Okay.
You're not eligible for it.
So basically, if you want to come in, y'all are doing these open houses, and you're kind of waiting to see what your interest level is in a way before you set the dates.
Well,
That way
not
everybody
really interest
gets-
level. It's that we can only see about 14
it.
people in a day. And so what we have to do is call our office right away and get on the list, and we'll see what day you're available that we can fit it, and you have to schedule it and be there, because otherwise I don't want you sitting around for 3 or 4 hours waiting for an opening.
Okay, so
for the
you
machine.
phrased it better, but once you have that list, then you'll set the dates accordingly. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
right?
exactly. We're finishing our training this week on the machines.
Right.
We're practicing ourselves. It's cool because the pelvic floor, anything pelvic floor gets help. That means prostate problems, erectile dysfunction, hemorrhoids a lot of times do real well because it helps tighten all the muscles there. And of course, the bladder leakage tightens everything up in the pelvis.
Okay, so if you're interested in coming in though at the open house, is to learn about the stomach area and the
And
weight
see how,
loss side of it.
or cellulite on your thighs or on your arms. If you got the arms that keep waving when you stop waving,
Right.
it helps that. It helps tone it up. I've got a patient coming in that's in a wheelchair. She can walk, but she can't now. She sat too long. So now we're going to put her on her buttocks so she can stabilize herself and stand up, and make her buttocks contract 20,000 times this weekend and see how she does getting up on it. And she's excited to try it out. I am too.
And you said when we were showing the before and after pictures of the lady who you haven't met, I guess, but
Yeah.
she sent you her pictures.
Yeah.
And you said that everything is variable depending on the person.
Yeah, that's why you come in and try it out and see how it does. And our costs, are a lot less than a lot of companies. There's some companies out there that say, "Oh my gosh, it's $850 a treatment," and you're not allowed, if you buy their equipment, to treat for less than that. And I said, "No, that's not going to work for me.
Right.
I want to make it affordable for people to get the look they want."
Right.
Now, if somebody's a bodybuilder, they got that little stubborn fat. This works great too,
Okay.
because you can go in there and contract this stuff, and you watch the changes. You see the most of the change about 2 weeks after each treatment. So usually we'll treat you once a week, sometimes twice a week, but usually once a week or once every week to 10 days on your schedule. And over 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, each time 2 weeks later, you start seeing, wow, the maximum
So you're not coming in
benefit.
twice a week, you're coming in once every week to week and a half.
Depends on the problem. Somebody
Okay.
with a walking problem, yeah, they'll probably see them twice a week to really
it.
start building those muscles.
Okay.
If it's contouring, let's give us some time to do it. And the cool thing is, you don't have to be on a diet to see results. That being said, if you eat properly, you're going to see better results, aren't you?
So have you seen a result yet?
Yes, I have. I'm actually seeing the stomach go down. And I'm seeing that my clothes are fitting a little bit better in
And
the area.
you wanted to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, my
so to
pants are
speak.
loose. I'll stand up
So
just
he's
to
gonna
show you
stand
guys.
up.
Yes.
So I want to show you right here. You see this? All right, next month, I'm going to come and do the same thing. And you see how sexy I get next month here by...
You're going to use it yourself.
Oh, I bought it for selfish reasons, know.
And so, okay, if you're going to begin it now, essentially, and you'll come in a month,
Yep.
you think you will have used it 4 times?
Oh no, I'm going to use it 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, I'm going to contract it and work it because, I was sick this summer and I was on steroids for a while and it put 38 pounds on me.
Okay.
And so I want to get this stuff off and get down under 300
So it is
pounds.
safe to use it multiple times a week if you choose.
Oh yeah, it's safe
Yes.
to do it. It's safe
Okay.
to do it.
Okay.
We want to see the most bang for somebody's buck. And if they do it once a week, they're going to see results. Twice a week, they'll see results fast.
And are you going to be combining it with anything else or just doing that?
Yeah, we have another machine coming next month. They're waiting to build it right now. They ran out of machines. And that one does RF cavitation, post-ultrasound.
But you won't have that yet in a month.
Not
so,
yet.
So the 4
we'll do
weeks
another
that-
open house for that when we get that in here.
So
in a month.
our 4 weeks for people to go, okay, wait, I want to watch again. And
Yeah.
you're going to be doing this
Yep.
2 or 3, maybe more times a week. And are you doing any kind of dieting or anything, or just this?
I'm following the chirothin to some degree. It's hard in the holiday time.
Okay.
We were at the foundation house last night. They were having big meals and cookies, and I'm like, oh boy.
I'm going back to my 8th grade science class, Sean, and I'm remembering how you have to have the constant in any experiment. So I'm trying to figure out what the constant is.
Yes.
So
The constant is the treatment.
Okay.
That's the treatment. It'll work whether you diet or not, but it'll work faster if you diet also.
All right, so you saw him. He stood up and he showed you. So
But I
you
like
can
to
catch
eat.
him again. He's got to get through Thanksgiving. Dr. Sean Jones at Chattanooga Wellness. So they are going ahead and scheduling these open houses for you.
Yes, ma'am.
If you'll call 790-5000, you can talk to them, tell them what you're looking to do, and they'll put you on the list, and they will contact you with the date for you to come in. Is
Let us
that
know if you
right?
want to do one or both services. You want to try the pelvic floor and the abs
Right.
or legs or whatever you want.
And you're doing
We'll
this
do
in
that.
both Cleveland and Chattanooga?
We will be. Right now it's in Cleveland.
Okay, so when you call that number, that's where it's going to
Right.
be. 'cause
And
it's
the
conveniently
643-2277, we're there today. But I'm there at each office every other day. But if it's not there, it forwards a message to us right away, and we'll call you right back.
located. Sean was serious today. Typically when he's here, he's cracking a joke or two. So we'll crack a joke or
My
two
wife's
with you.